some stuff to show you today. I've got early Crimbo presents to myself, which I didn't know I was going to get in today, but I will show you what I got because I was actually thinking about it the other day. I've got some more art supplies, obviously, for my Arty Fridays. We're going to do whatever I decide to call it. From the works, which I was talking about yesterday, because it is just down the road for me. It's a bit of a random one, and then at the bit of the random talk, then I'll talk about what I've just been seeing news-wise. Hi. So this morning, I get up, my little one was coming back. He's come back and gone back with his dad till tomorrow. So they've had him all weekend, but he's gone back. So I was like, oh, I've got another little free day. And I was actually going shopping when his dad picked him up, food shopping. And I thought, oh, I was going to take his buggy because it's easier. So I had to carry it back, like I said before. 6 bags, killing my arms. Said to the woman in the shop, I really need to get one of them bags on wheels. And she went, not yet, you don't. I went, no, you can get really funky ones. I went, I can't. And then she went, oh, I see what you mean. She just thought I had a couple of bags, and then when I lifted the bags off the floor, you know, with milk in and heavy things, she was like, oh right, yeah, I see what you mean. And I was struggling down the street. Hang on, I don't think I'm plugged in, even though I thought you were plugged in. You are plugged in. It's a bit odd. Hang on. That's what I was just saying then. Hi, what was I just saying? Just get distracted by this. Is that gone? Okay. Yeah, I think you're back on charge. Let me check. Oh, I don't know. Hi, so, what was I saying then? Oh yeah, so she was like, don't get one of them yet. And I was like, oh. So I was playing the game again of like, can I get to my house without putting the bags down? It was so heavy. I did put the bags down this time, and then I got to the corner and I thought, right, I've not got long to go. Keep hold of them, you know, and your arms are like this. So you get to your front door. Your life depends on it, don't put me down, so I didn't. So that was my weightlifting for today. But I am thinking, it's getting a bit ridiculous now. So, you know, when you go in, thank you, and you know, you're only going for a few food bits, or you write a list down which seems small, and then when you come out, you're like, I've got all these bags. And then you decide to get the milk and the things that are heavy, and then you realise when you put them in your bag, all the stuff that weighs it down. So, yeah. But I'll show you what I got in a minute. So, I did that before. But before that, I went to the works to get some. I needed some more sketchbooks because they are cheap in there. And I need to get a carrier. Some people see it as old-fashioned or old lady-like, but you can get modern ones. And the thing is, I've not got to think about the ego. I just need to get one. Yes, same story. It didn't used to bother me, but because I go in and I get the, if I'm going for, if I miss the milk out and certain stuff that's heavy, 17 watches, it's not too bad. I'd have to go on a separate run, because I don't drive. So I always forget and go and get the heavy stuff, and then I regret it when I get outside, because there's a guy, this big guy's walking with 2 bags, looked like he was struggling. There's me, 6 bags sticking out like this, going down the street like an idiot, nearly tripped over because the bags are bashing on my legs and everything. I know I will hurt my back, and I have been having backache, so I'll have to not really care about the ego thing and get myself a little, maybe I'll ask my mum, that could be a Christmas present, because she will get me a funky one. I'll have a funky one, and I can, it's alright, you see, when my little one comes with me, because I use his buggy as an excuse and stick it all on there. Don't get a trolley thing. I know, but what do you do? It's killing me. Muscles on muscles. Anyway, we'll see. But I mean, in the bad weather, I might even have to get a delivery, because when it starts chucking it down like it does over here and this, that, and the moon was out today, this morning. Anyway, you know, when you're listening, I'm going to the works, and it was very frosty this morning and very, very cold last night. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's no fun if you've got back surgery. If you've got backache, I mean, it's not a good thing, is it? So I don't want to hurt myself. I am getting older. You've got to look after yourself, people. So I'm walking down. I'm probably not looking at what everyone else is looking at. I haven't got my phone on. I'm walking down looking at the pavement, looking at the cracks in the pavement, the patterns, the leaves, thinking, that'd be an interesting sort of texture to paint. I was looking at things like that, or the clouds. I was like, looking at different things on the floor and around. Get to the works, and sometimes when you listening to what people are saying, I heard someone say, because if you don't know in America, if anyone's on from America, the work's like an art shop. It's got arty stuff in it. It's got bits of games and bits of books and bits of games and stuff like that for kids and stuff like that. So anyway, I go in and I hear these two women talking about, I'm looking at some books. I bought some books for myself for Christmas, so I'll show you in a minute. And I heard this woman say, they're great, them colouring books, aren't they? You know, the adult colouring books. And she said, you know, the adult colouring books. And this other woman says, oh yeah. She went, oh yeah, I take them in for patients. So it's obviously someone who works at a hospital or somewhere. She takes them in for patients. And she said, yeah, she said the adult colouring books are really, you know, better than the children's ones because they are beautiful books. And the other woman said, oh yeah, it's so relaxing, isn't it? It's so like relaxing and it makes you feel good and all this. And I felt like turning around going, yeah, you should try some collaging too. But it was just funny that I was hearing that, because when you'll realise when you start talking about things and the same, putting that positive energy stuff up there, you'll realise you hear people talking about certain things, that you just hear little snippets of what they're saying. So they were saying that and I was like, And then I heard a guy that works in the shop and a woman that works there, because I go in a lot and obviously I know they work there, they've got the uniform on. And I just thought, this is people today. Yeah, you will have to do a video. I need to check your channel out again. And you know when I was talking about people being negative and everyone's down on everyone and everyone has to have a go and this, that and the other. There's obviously a young lad working there and he must have been on his dinner or something. Then I heard this guy say, well, he's gone on his dinner, but before he went on his dinner, he was supposed to be doing this shelf, and I think he was pricing up the books on the shelf and something else he was doing. And I heard him say, I could tell he had an attitude. He went, yeah, well, he's gone on his dinner, he's done this and he's done that, but he hasn't priced this up and priced that. But you know when you can tell someone's one of them people that they're just miserable, and no matter if anyone did anything the way he asked them to do it, they'd miss something, and it just seems like that. Them people that just constantly complain. And I sort of looked over at the woman who was talking to who works, and she was like, and she turned around and went, well, you shouldn't have just said it to him, you should have showed him as well, you know, what to do, because I think he was new at working there. That's what it sounded like. My dad has dementia and colouring in really helps him. Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday. Colouring and art, and it helps. It's meditation and it's medicine, and it helps people. And I was just like, why? Well, I do know why people like that. Why people instead of helping people, like this young lad might have missed something off, but why not do it and then just say, oh, I stuck them things off, you missed them off, you know, just to be nice, and then he'd remember. You don't have to be horrible straight away. But I was just like, some people are just so miserable. I could tell looking at him. He's one of them guys. He was a bit older, and you can just tell he's one of them ones that just go to work and moan about everything. And I've known people like that. They moan about everything. And then your energy goes, because you think, I can't listen to it. So there was that. This morning, before my little one went, I decided to put the TV on. And you're going to laugh. Because I went through the channels thinking, no, I'm not watching the news. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching that. I decided to put on the horror channel, which I never put on. But obviously, in the morning, it wasn't horror. But I might be watching something tonight because I thought I need to start watching Star Trek. Star Trek was on. What was on first? There was something on first. Can't remember what it was now. Oh, I did write it down actually. What was it? Star Trek. And... oh, it was Hercules. You know the series Hercules, the American one. It was the end of that, which was just making me laugh because he was with this woman who had pointy ears, you know, like elf thing woman, and it was talking about the Oracle, and this woman went to attack this Oracle. I don't know. It was just making me laugh. Certain things he said in it, and the Oracle at the end, who nearly got killed, sort of said at the end, oh, I can leave this now. And they were like, why? It's your part of job, because she was an oracle. And she went, because I've just realised there's infinite possibilities. And I was like, wow, I was talking about possible, you know, when we said change the word impossible to I'm possible. That was just making me laugh, and there was a lot of things in there. Then Star Trek came on. I watched the new horror things on Netflix. Ooh, I don't watch scary stuff, but I watched Star Trek, and it was the old one with Captain Jim Kirk in it that I used to watch with my sister. She used to have a thing about him. He was good looking. You know, Spock and all that. The really old one. And I thought, I'm going to watch this. And I did, and I was just like... And one of the symbols on the door uh, was this. Obviously, I've not drawn it properly. You know, a circle, and that was supposed to be like the winding DNA with the like wings, angel wings or whatever it is off the side, was on the doors of the space doors that they were in with this other race. The race, I don't know what this one was called. The race the aliens they'd met up with that they were learning about were they had something called a co-janitor, which carried their baby or something, and someone was looking at it saying, this guy, it was a new young guy that worked on the ship, you know, for the Star Trek people, can't remember who they all are and all that, and he said, oh, what are these, you know, like, what are these, what did I call them? Co-janitors. So, hang on, children are on. So they were like, oh, they carry our babies, but they look the same as them. But they said, yeah, but they're not allowed to sort of live with us. They just eat and sleep, and they just sort of carry our babies. But they weren't any gender. I thought there's that gender thing coming in again. And they said, what? It's not on Earth we have, you know, two genders. They went, oh no, it's a third gender. But anyway, the moral of the story was, he intervened with this janitor, saying, you know, you know more, you are the same as them, you should, because they didn't know how to read or write. He said, I'm going to teach how to read or write. Oh no, I'm getting confused. I watched two Star Treks. This one was the moderner one. I don't know if it was Next Generation, it's one of them. So he said, you shouldn't get involved with other people's cultures, because we're talking about a race in space, because it was you know, you can change things. And in the end, he helped this other being and said, you know, you should be able to do this, you should be able to do that. They're not letting you do it. And in the end, that janitor suicided itself. And they were like, oh, you know, it's your fault. It's that cause and effect sort of thing. It's your fault that this happened. He was like, why? He said, they weren't supposed to know what they were supposed to know. Just because we do something, say on Earth, because that's how we do it in our culture, doesn't mean that something else does it in their culture, because we see it to be wrong, but they obviously didn't. It was part of their way of life. Then came the after effect of that, you know, cause and effect, which I just found very interesting. Then the old Star Trek just made me laugh, because yeah, you shouldn't fear anything, because they want us in fear. And then the old Star Trek, what were they talking about? Oh, they were talking about a Stargate. You know, they're always on different planets on their programs. And the Stargate thing that they went through, a portal, they said, it looked like a stone opening, but it looked like crystallized to me. And when they went through there, the woman playing the part, you never guess who it was. It was Mrs. Joan Collins. I like Joan Collins. I'll talk about her in a minute. Joan Collins. Hi. And I can't remember what part she played, but because they went back in time, she apparently could have got killed in a car crash, because we know a lot of people get killed in these car crashes, don't we? And what were they saying in it? She turned around and said, and my ears pricked up, she turned around and said in it, I feel that what in time, all that, I wrote it down, I need to, what did she say? I wrote it down somewhere. She said something like, I have wrote it down, I don't know what I've done with it. In time, I feel that, and this was ages ago, remember, all the wars and deaths or something, she said, you know, man-made wars and deaths will have to turn into, oh, I need to find what she said, life. What did she say? I'm not happy that I wrote it down and now I can't see it. What did I do with it? Oh, hang on. I have wrote it down. Hang on. I've got notes of what she said. Oh yeah, sorry, it's on the back there. She said, one day I feel it, I know it. They will take all the money they use on war and death and use it. And he turned around at the same time and went, for life. And I was like, isn't that sort of what's going to happen? Is that a little prophecy in Star Trek there? Joan Collins. Now, Joan Collins did an interview not that long ago on This Morning over here in the UK, and she actually said, hi. She actually said when she went to the casting couch in America, you know about the casting couch, she didn't do what they wanted her to do. So that's why she didn't get roles in things like Cleopatra and this, that and the other, and that's why Elizabeth Hurley got it and all that sort of stuff. So she said she knew about all that and she sort of said things about it, and that was actually, if anyone saw it, was on an interview over here once. And this is why I got her book ages ago, this Joan Collins, The Art of Living Well, Looking Good and Feeling Great. And it's quite nice because she's quite traditional. People might not like her, but I do. So that was quite interesting. Then I will tell you some news in a minute as well. What did I write? Oh yeah, because yesterday when I did the little video about that song, if we could rewrite the stars, I didn't know what it was off. I didn't realise, yeah, I love Joan Collins. I didn't realise it was off The Greatest Showman on Earth. I haven't seen it, but I realised I need to see it. And then I thought, yeah, no wonder it's off that song. And Jenny Hatch does a load of her music is off The Greatest Showman on Earth. Maybe that's because Trump is the greatest showman on earth. That's what I thought. But Rewrite the Stars, I was thinking, well, prophecies I'm seeing in the Bible. A lot of people talking about different prophecies, the Trump prophecies, this prophecies, Clement, whatever his name is, the guy who's dead did prophecies of Trump, and that is brilliant. To me, that means then, if there are prophecies that have been written, that people have spoken of, we can rewrite them. And I believe that's what's happening. We're rewriting the prophecies. They've been trying to write them how they wanted them to go, or if there was a prophecy, they've tried to rewrite them the way they've wanted them to go. And we're rewriting the stars. That's what I think anyway. That's the vibes I was getting when I heard that song. Started looking at stuff and I thought, yeah, prophecies are being changed, or maybe to what they were meant to be, because some other people were trying to change them the way they wanted them to be. That's what I think anyway. You know, and that thing of people say we're a race of hate. We are a race of hate, because like I said yesterday, they reckoned if any other races did come down to earth, they'd see that we're a hateful race. But at the end of the day, I don't believe we're a hateful race. We're not a hateful race. We never were. We were a race of love, I believe. But through these propaganda machines and through these people who just don't have empathy, and through certain things of you know, like we've said, TV, radio, you know, the television, all that sort of stuff, books, magazines. Yeah, Tim Clements, yeah, prophecies. Yeah, he's dead, but his prophecies, wow. He's got the Trumpo in there. All them sorts of things, to me, make people want to hate other people, other cultures, other races, other things. Because I always think, I know this sounds a bit batty, but if there's races about, you know, from up there, and they say they're here anyway, came to us, it depends who they're coming to, really, because we're not all bad. And just because you look different doesn't mean we'd be bad to you. But some would, because they don't care about anybody's life, let alone human life. So if they're not bothered about human life, they're not going to be bothered about any other life. That goes for plants, everything, like life on earth, as in, you know, plants and stuff like that, let alone things, you know, Lack of empathy seems hard, weird in a person. Yeah, that's what they've tried to take away. So I just think, no, we're told we're a hateful race and that they wouldn't bother and this, that, and the other. But I don't believe that. I see a lot of loving people, but the people who aren't coming from love and stuff like that, it's because they're all brainwashed to hate. They're grown up, we're programmed to hate. Saw a new video last night showing JFK Jr.'s and his mother's. Ooh, wow. I'm just going to show you some bits I've just got, and then I'm going to tell you about snippets, I've been seeing. So, I brought this today. Does anyone remember this? I really needed some face cream, and I know, it's probably not good for you and that, but I really did need a bit of cream. I do normally use coconut oil, but I needed something thick, but does anyone remember this? And I thought, it's an older one. I'm going to get the older one, not the new stuff that's out. Does anyone remember? And it's the wrong way round. Good name as well, Astral Cream. Astral Cream. Body and face. So I've had the heating on, my skin starts drying up. I normally do put just coconut oil on. Yeah, and then, so I went to the Works. That wasn't from the Works, by the way. They don't sell that in there. I needed to get some white acrylic paint for £2. It's an old cream, but I thought, you know what? The old stuff was always the best stuff. Furniture and stuff and things always lasted years ago. Now it doesn't. It falls apart not after too long, as I found out with a tablet. I've not had that long. And laptop, reason being, someone's knocking at the door. Reason being, they want us to consume. Oh, it's a postman. Post. Supplies, people. I'm happy now. Got something to do for people. I don't know. I've been sidetracked. I can't do anything at the minute that shows you from this angle anyway, because I need a tripod. This little tripod doesn't bend this way. So I got some white acrylic paint, because white, you need a lot of white when you paint it because you mix it with other colours. That's the one that goes a lot. £2. It's only a cheap one, but it's a big one. So I got that for finishing my paintings off, because I need to finish my big painting off in there. I've treated myself to, some people might think this is funny, but I do it every year. I was looking for the kids and I haven't seen what I want yet for them. I've got to start collecting now. I always leave it late. So for £4 instead of $14.99, I managed to get myself I went to the book section and I thought, over there. So I'm going to wrap these up for Christmas, but I've got the Complete Guide to Chakras in the Works. But what I liked about this book was, it's not a hard one. It's got all sorts of different things in about, I like the drawings in it. Snake, dragon. It's got things in about different myths, different crystals. I don't know, it's just quite interesting actually different animals and what their meanings are, all sorts of different stuff, not just to do with the chakras. And it was £4 instead of $14.99, so I thought, Christmas present to myself. Some people might say you don't need books to read to look at stuff like that. Sometimes I like to read stuff to keep getting it in my head, so I always get myself little Christmas presents to myself and wrap them up. And honestly, by the time I'll wrap them up today and put them away, and then by the time Christmas comes, I'll forget what I've got. So I do surprise myself because I can't remember what I got. The other book I bought myself, how many books did I get? 3. Is, I'm just getting some new oh yeah, I've got yeah. Well, I've been doing my incense about this book. I treated myself to, not for Christmas, for now, because I do need it, because I could do it on this phone, but the picture's too small for me to be looking at it. And I did want a book in case I went anywhere, visited, and I could just take this to get used to the exercises, and then obviously I won't need it, because my mum used to have a book of this years ago, and I thought I had it, and I thought, it'd be good if I just had a little book that I could read at my own pace and stuff, and go through the exercises. So for £4 instead of £12.99, I got this Namaste, I can never say it. Yoga made simple. So I've got a yoga book, pretty pictures, and it does all the exercises inside. Simple to follow, not a load of writing in it. Simple to follow and nice pictures as well. Because I need to start stretching out and, you know, doing that sort of stuff. So I got that. I think Santa Claus, have you known Kajuna on Twitter from what he put? Ooh, yep. I found him. I went and followed him. The next book I got was, some people you might know about this. I have had the book of this. I'm not going to say what it is because you'll know what it is. And I thought, you know what? This is another Christmas book to go with Christmas. Now, I know of this. I know how to do it. But it's nice to read stuff to keep it in your brain. Because like I said yesterday, I said something about doing something and I said the word should. And someone said, you said should. And I should have said, I have, you know, with the law of attraction sort of stuff, because you forget. So I like to keep reading things to get it in my head. And this does little practices in it, little experiments, which, you know, you should be doing anyway. And when I do, yeah, manifestation, yeah. So when I do this, I could show you this when I'm going through it. I might save it till Christmas. I don't know. It's supposed to be a Christmas present. So some of you might have this book, and I know about this anyway. It's not like I don't know how to do it, but it's nice to just keep reprogramming yourself and deprogramming yourself from what we've been taught. Is for £6 instead of £12.99, people, if you're in the UK, The Secret, The Magic. Yeah. One word changes everything. Exactly. Impossible is I'm possible. Yeah, a lot of people have got it. I was going to get it, but I know about it. I know how to do it, but it's nice to just keep, even if you've got it, reread it. Keep getting it in your bonds. Because we do forget, like I said yesterday, should, when I shouldn't have used the word should, because it is the word you use, you know. Then I got, I needed a bigger sketchbook. Have you heard Water Has Me? What do you mean? Oh yeah, what do you mean water has memory? Have you heard of Dr. Emoto? Everything has memory. These pebbles, stones, have memory. Everything's everything. Yeah, Dr. Emoto. That's what my vice experiment was. So I managed to get a field sketchbook for £5. One of these. I quite like the ring binders because they fall flat. So this is a book I'm going to be doing when we're doing our art stuff on Friday. And then remember, if anyone was on before, I did call it Follow My Art. So maybe I need to change it to that because the picture of it is actually in there. Which I might slap back on this book. Yeah, it's for positivity. And then I just got a cheaper one for £1. This is what I mean about this place. For £1, another sketchbook, because this is the one I want to do. This has got a thicker texture on it. Doesn't it says suitable with watercolor pens, so I'm hoping it'll hold up to. This is what I'm going to do a bit like mixed media in and show you. Water picks up on frequencies. Yes, it does. Yes, I listen to music in 432 hertz. I listen to that. I play it to my plants. That one came back better after it went a bit, and I was playing music to it. What have I been painting? This, I'll show you if you haven't been watching lately. This was just a test. You know, I paint a lot of faces. What else? I'm doing a big painting now, but I keep leaving it because I'm like, I've got to keep layering it up. So we all know about this one, but it looks weird at the minute because it's not layered up. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and then the drawing I did ages ago, which Follow Your Art, which maybe I'll put that on the channel on Friday as I call it, because that's what I was going to call it, was this one, if anyone remembers. Follow Your Art. And that was the collages we did yesterday. So yeah, it is. I did call it Follow Your Art instead of Follow Your Heart, because it's the same thing to me. So I got those sketchbooks to work along with you guys if you're joining in with me with the art thing. I'm trying to get people to get a bit arty-farty, people. All he wants, that gold man. Gold man? Goldman? Do you mean the Buddha thing? Oh, and I also got myself some laminating pockets. I don't know what quality these are, but they were £1 for 8, and I do use the laminated stuff because I will be at some point printing out my Q poems to sell, and I'll be doing a little artwork on that as well. I don't know what this is. I ordered stuff, you know, because I'm making my books. Oh, the ornament. Yeah, I've got a lot of Buddhas. This one was a garden one, but I love it that much. I put some flowers around it. It's there. So, I don't know what I ordered. What's that? Oh, I ordered some, it's like a fabric medium because people, I've been waiting for these to come. So I will get to work on them. I am making some, I ordered some canvas bags. I'm going to try and get these done before Christmas. Shopping bags, people, because we know we like the reusable ones. And I'm going to be doing some artwork on them and selling them. They're all going to be like positive, nice, my sort of artwork basically. So I'm going to be selling them. So I'm glad they've come. I actually forgot that I was waiting for them. So that's good. Ah, thank you. I like creating, but I also think if people like my creations, I get happy when people like my, you know, buy them because they like the creations. But I also think if I write positive quotes on them and something maybe I've said as well, you're carrying a piece of art around showing everyone a positive message on your bag when you're taking it shopping. It might make somebody smile. That thing again. What's this? Oh, I got these scissors because I've got no like material, scissors for cutting material, you know, that all my scissors are blunt. So I ordered these for like £5 something. I thought, oh, they'll only be about that big. Quite impressed. My God, they're massive. Tailoring scissors. And they go. I need to test some material. Didn't think they'd be that big for that product. Oh, that's really good. Good morning. So that means I can get to work soon and make some creative, I'm excited now, creative stuff for peeps. I don't know yet. I'll be showing them. I'll do some and then I'll show them and then we'll see what's what and what I can do about that sort of thing. Oh yeah, by the way, somebody I know went shopping the other week and they went to Primark over here and they give me a couple of the bags, big ones and little ones, and they said, oh, do you think you'll be able to use them? I went, yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do with them? Cover the name up, you know, with papers and stuff, and make some, upcycle them to Christmas bags. So I've got gift bags, people. Don't have to buy any. That's what you can do. Who's going to know when they're all, yeah. If you go shopping, you get these paper bags, save them, and just paste over the front of it, make it all look Christmassy, and hey ho, you've got Christmas gift bags to give out. Yeah, I just thought of it the other day. I thought, what are we using? Just paint over them, paint some designs on, paint over them, stick over them. So I think that's good. Upcycling. I could be able to do videos with that. Let's do videos and everything. I just love creating, people. So I'll tell you about a bit of news I've just seen before I go, because I've got to get off and go and try and get some of my books together. You know, my little my journals that I'm putting together, and I'm gonna be making some art journals as well, with art journaling paper for people who like to paint, mixed media and stuff like that in books. Oh yeah, hampers are good. Yeah, everything. Oh, it was the problem. Yeah. So anyway, news. So I don't think you know who posted last night, but what I did see was, I believe Merkel is about to step down after 20 years. Is she? Yeah. And I believe who might be next after she stepped down. I mean, that's no big surprise to us, is it? I think it might be May soon enough. Also, as I've said before, whether you hate him, loathe him or love him, Tommy Robinson has said again, visiting Congress in the USA and Australia. Hi. So what more can I say about that? They'll probably try and stop him. Because someone said, oh, he's best off Skyping. I thought, no, he's best off going. He'll get there. Trump's got anything to do with it, he will. To talk about issues in the UK. And he wants to thank America and Australia, so that's good. Yeah, that's good, and that's out of Tommy Robinson's own mouth, so that's not me saying that. I'm just reporting on what I've seen. Also, Space Shot 76. If you haven't checked that channel out, go and check it out. They've got one about POTUS and Q, and they've got one about the caravan, but we won't say caravan, we'll say the invasion. And you want to go and listen to that really good one about what have they named it? The Titans Table or something they've named it. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Thinking I'll be moving to America. I usually hand make all my presents. Yeah, I like to I hand make presents as well. Please check, I'm going to say your name wrong. Is it Organon Hearts, if you can see him? See them. Check his channel out because he's got beautiful jewellery with crystals and copper and stuff in. Absolutely beautiful jewellery if you're into all that sort of healing jewellery and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful jewellery. Please go and check the channel out. Caravan heading straight towards you. Well, don't worry, because they ain't going to do what they think they're going to do. Sorrows, you're not doing what you think you're going to do, the plan that's been in plan. Go and watch Space Shot 76, but yeah, just let them carry on thinking they think they're going to get in everywhere. They're not. What else have I seen? I can't remember. I saw something else today. Oh, thank you. Try and put that in the comments after, because I forget sometimes. Wix, what is it easy? Well, at the minute, I don't think I can do anything. Well, I don't know. I'm only on my phone. Can I do it on my phone? I could do with making a website. I'd love to sell on a website, but I don't think I've got the money to sell on a website. Do you have to pay money for someone to make a website up, or are the ones that are sort of bog standard, if you know what I mean, and you only pay like a little bit, just, you know, at the beginning? Like, I can't afford much at the minute. I could show on here, I'm PayPal and that. I'm not on Facebook at the minute because I don't really want to be on Facebook, but I can sell off there and stuff, but I don't know what to do. Oh, is it? Because I'm really rubbish at technical stuff. Like, I wouldn't know what to do, but I will check it out, so thank you. Because there's lots of stuff I'd love to put out to the public. So someone once said the other week, and obviously it was a troll, ooh, stop self-promoting yourself. And I thought, if I want to promote what I make and people are interested, what's the problem? Do you know what I mean? Why do people get jealous? It's like, well, at the minute I can't self-promote the way I want to because I haven't got the stuff to do it with. You know, I'm just a single mum trying to, do you know what I mean? What's people's problems with someone self-promoting? Isn't that what you've got to do if you want to try and sell your stuff? It's like, what? If I was looking at, so I've seen people on YouTube that's going on about this stuff, and I think, yeah, it's brilliant that. Why would someone, well, I do know why someone would say that, because they're obviously, you know, someone who lives under a bridge. That's all I can say. But you want people to see things, you've got to get it out there. If you've got a platform where you talk, why should I not show my things on here? I've done it before. You know, if people like it, they like it. People don't, they don't. If people want to buy, they buy. If people don't, they don't. I'm not telling you to. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going, hey, you can only come on this channel if you buy my blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying, hey, I might be making some really, hopefully nice bags. If anyone wants one, then, you know, what? It's easy. I did my photography one on, it's basically a template and upload your pictures. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, it sounds quite easy. I'm not that like, but you know, I'm a bit like, ooh, not from the computer generation. It took me ages to get on to, people pay big money for stupid things on eBay. Exactly. It was just someone who came on, obviously, for sitting under the bridge, because they're like, ooh, why do you keep self-promoting yourself? I was like, hello, it's my channel. It's my platform. Oh, God, it makes me laugh. Make yourself an eBay store. Yeah, I'm on eBay, so I know you can sell stuff on eBay, so I can do it through eBay, can't I? But I don't know, is it good at advertising? Um, yeah, I'll have to look into it. Honestly, I'm just rubbish. They have money they don't know what to do with. Yes, they're definitely bottom dwellers. Yeah, well, look it because I buy a lot of stuff off eBay, and I know I've sold clothes on eBay and stuff before. You know, things that I've not wanted. So yeah, I didn't actually think of like putting it on there. So I guess we'll see. The only thing I need to find out about, I'd love to sell to America. I don't know how that works because I've never looked into it. I know obviously it'll be a different thing, won't it? Because it's in America, and hopefully in the end we'll all be trading cheaper. So obviously I'd have to put post and packaging on for someone to pay for it, wouldn't I? Because it'd be too. I don't know how it works. You know, it's international, whatever you call it. I don't know how it works. I'm not big on all stuff like that, but I would like to because people have asked before, and I don't really want to go. No, I can't sell stuff to you. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah. So has anyone else seen any other news about anything? While we're at it, should maybe draw Emmett the Clown. Emmett the Clown, yeah. Maybe I'll have a bash at it for Friday with me. I can't remember what I'm doing now, my collage thing and all that. Was Americans loved it. Thank you. Use first class international. Best price. Well, the thing is, at the minute, if I was selling something like my books, I don't, they're not good. Does it go coffee? Does it go off weight? Because they're not that heavy. And the thing is, these canvas bags, I mean, they're easy to package. They're not going to break, and they're very, very light, so they can be folded up. And I mean, that's easy to send, isn't it? So, first class international. So yeah, I think things will change in the future as well. Merkel is gone and Theresa May. Yes, that's what I've said today on someone's Discord. I went, oh, we didn't know Merkel was going, did we? Yes, we did. Said ages ago she'd be going at some point, just because they didn't put the date on it. You know, if you tell someone a date, they all go, well, they never went, did they? We knew Merkel was going to step down, and we know next after her it will be May, and that other one, you know, them three that were sat together. We know we know May will step down. She'll either step down. It'll either look like she stepped down, because she's got to anyway, full stop. She hasn't got a choice. Or fired or whatever they say in the papers, in the news, whatever, but she'll be going soon as well. So, you know, bye-bye Merkel, aka her, what people are saying, Hitler's daughter. She does look like him. She does look like him. Go and check pictures out. Put them together. Look at the facial features, because we do know Hitler didn't die in World War II when they said he did. And that's a fact. So... Oh, the other day as well, for anyone in America, I think, and I am thinking about, you know, this magazine thing about emailing them or something when I do something after maybe, you know, in the moment. But I've got this big thing in my head that I want to write. I'm not really good at writing and spelling and stuff, but writing a blog or making a mini magazine with, I don't know, do you know when you just think people go, I haven't got enough time? I just like want to do everything. It's like, could I be an artist in a magazine? Could I sort of write my own little mini positive, I don't mean a full magazine that thick, and put my artwork in and talk about positive things, and could I do this and could I do that, and oh, wouldn't that be amazing? And isn't life just amazing when you actually think, like I said, if we all had time, even though I shouldn't say time, you know, about the things that I've said about before, if we had more, we weren't working as much, and free energies and this, that and the other, and we had lots of stuff to do, and people go, oh, I've got nothing to do. You've got loads to do to create. There's loads you could create. My mind goes all the time. I should really they'd probably say that my mind's not right, because you know what they do with the kids today, oh, your mind's everywhere. You don't concentrate on one thing. I don't concentrate on one thing. I'm very flitty. Like a magpie, I go, oof, I like that over there. Oh, I like that over there. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to make that. I need to do that. Isn't it amazing with all the things you want to do? But just, that's why I've got to do my books in a bit and just set on my books, get them finished off. Then I'll do my bags, and then I'll do this and that. But I'm very much like, oh, everything's amazing. I need to do everything. My brain's always been like that. I can't concentrate on one thing. They would call that something, wouldn't they? Really? They call that something now, don't they, with kids? It's not. It's not. Do what you love. I always say that. I've always said that on this channel. Do what you love what you do. Do what makes your souls shine, you know. So I am thinking of putting something together. I might just have to do a bit of an example, see how it goes. I don't know how I'd do it. I need a printer as well because I broke my printer. Basically, broke my printer, broke my tablet, broke my laptop. They don't last like the things used to years ago. Hence, I was saying before the postman knocked it on. Things. The reason why things don't last as long these days is because they want you consuming. They want you to have new phones. You know, after so long, they want you to have new computers after so long. So you're spending your money. Spend. Consume. Printers are cheap. Contact the magazine publishers, point them out to your channel. I was thinking that, but they might look at my channel. If they're not Trump supporters or whatever, they might be like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. It depends what these sort of people are. I thought, wouldn't it be great if, I mean, I love these. By the way, people in America and Canada, an exclusive USA offer, save 73% when you subscribe to In the Moment. Look. In the Moment, so you can actually get these in America if you subscribe. Just brought my son one of the for homework. Yes, well, and I just thought it'd be great if there was an alternative magazine, because these are sort of, but I've seen bits in it where I think they'd be on board with all the sort of revolutions that are going on and would, you know, like a proper truth magazine. Bit like, I need to work for JFK Jr.'s George, because they'd put my things in there, wouldn't they? You know, a truth magazine that are not afraid of putting the truth out or alternative stuff to the news, so you could have alternative, lots of different things in it. You know what I mean? If you get what I'm sort of saying. Because that's why some people don't talk out at the jobs about Trump and different things, because their bosses won't like, or who controls them or whatever, because they don't like it. Publishers like people with social media following, just highlight your main artwork. Yeah, though I do talk about a lot of stuff in my main artwork. But then again, I was thinking, when I do my Follow Your Art on Fridays, I'm not going to talk about the political stuff. Call it political truth, whatever. I'm not going to talk about that on Fridays because I want more people to join in that may be like, oh, well, don't believe in it, whatever. Even though it's all positive to me, but we're just going to get more talking about art and the process of keeping positivity going and flowing and stuff like that. But you know me, if anyone has been watching me for a while, I just talk random anyway. It's all whatever. We're only seeking truth. That was nothing wrong in that. It's not hate speech, and that will become. I just need my own. I need my own art show. Well, I've got my own art show. Day for different things. Yeah, I've got my random chats, and then Friday's going to be the positive art side. You know, rice experiment. I showed that yesterday, so I won't be showing it again because nothing's changed from yesterday. I showed that yesterday. I've got another experiment coming this Friday for you. It's a bit like the because this book does have the same things in the little experiments, but it's not out of this book. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, if we all didn't work, you'd just be creating everything, wouldn't you? I'm like, oh, yes, I could do this and could have this show. Like, got a chat show. Well, I've got a chat show. Could have an art show. Well, I've got an art show coming. Oh, I need to print a magazine. Oh, I need to do this. I need to make this. I need to make that. Oh my God, there's like so much to do. When people go, got nothing to do, I'm always like, oh, wouldn't it be great if you could get paid for doing this and you could do this and do that? And my brain is always like, yeah. That's why I need to, that's why I bought me it's all connected now. Art is life. I also think that's why I bought my yoga book. I also think that's my way of tuning in through art and to express, because art is an expression. Sometimes I don't think I'm very good at expressing myself with words because I don't know, not that you need to know big words, because I'm not into, you know, people thinking they're better than others because they know big words, but I always say this, I don't think I am, but people understand. But I feel like I express myself more through art, and sometimes when I've drawn a picture, that's when I write on it because something comes out. It's like this little quick sketch I did the other day of this. says at the bottom, healing is needed. But I am going to be doing some of my artwork on bags, and I am going to be putting little quotes on that I'm going to write under. So, like I said, you're carrying a bag around and it's got a message on it. So I think that's quite good. I think that's just me. So, thank you. Yeah, I'm always scribbling. Was I scribbling? I think I was drawing. I think I was drawing last night. I know I was drawing last night. What was I drawing last night? I was sat. I'm watching Star Trek tonight, people. The old one. I just thought, hey, I'm going to watch it. Let me see. What was I doing? I was doing something. I was definitely doing something, but I can't seem to find the book because I've got that many that I was actually drawing in. Oh, it might be this one. I have some sketchbooks that were that I just do scruffy sketches in. Yeah, a kid's book. Yeah, I've been thinking about a kid's book because someone said about they did a kid's book, and I thought I need to do a book, Dolly Daydream book for kids, because I think that'd be quite nice. I have thought of that as well. I've got so many ideas in my head. It's like I need to do the stuff that I'm doing first, and then the next thing, because I've got that many ideas floating around in my head. I'm like, I don't mean I haven't got the time. I have got the time, but I need to finish off the things that I'm doing, and then I can start that thing. So I have got a lot of stuff to keep me very, very busy. That's me. And it could be a full-time thing for me, you know, with all my ideas. That's why, you know, I need to follow my art. I'm just trying to see if I'm sure I sketched something out last night. Maybe I didn't. Did I? No. That's what I mean. I thought my little, you know, my little character of, let me get my character. Oh, she's gone missing now. Don't know where she's gone. Sorry, my little character, though she has changed a little bit. This was my Dolly Daydream character. But yeah, you know. Yeah, if you've got any good contacts like you've just put there, because I'll forget after this, please put some of the stuff in the comments after this video. Would be great, thanks. And then I've got my, I don't know what we call these, the journaling doodah things. I think I drew something out while I was just watching telly this morning. Dolly, I use and recommend fatcow.com for web hosting. How much is that? See, that's the problem with me at the minute, because I'm just, you know, single woman. I'm like, I've got no spare cash really. Well, I've you know, I've been buying little bits to make things, but I was just sketching out, so I cut them out to put them in this book because I like to make little pictures up. This little fairy, A little, I was just sat there, little window with flowers on, a little owl, and I was scribbling it out in black ballpoint pen, that's why it's smudged a bit. Little owl and some flowers, so I'm gonna stick them in my book. You know, I wanted to make an interactive book as well. If I do one, I can put the ideas together. Who knows? Wish a nice start into the week. Thank you. I do. I've had my intentions out today. I've had my man-made, I should say, woman-made, my own little incense holder because I lost mine, so I made one out of female clay. That's been going this morning. Oh yes, I've been writing it down as well. My intentions. I'm out of the way. Yeah, well, I did think that Dolly Daydream, you know, because I think it's quite a cute name as well, and I think kids would love that little girl. So, just letting you know, before anyone nicks that idea, it's out here on the web because we know about what people do. I've seen some stories, but yes, I am looking into that. If anyone knows a publisher, if you are a publisher, hi. Give us a chance. You never know. Do people have to be qualified these days? I think people should just give people a go and see what happens, and if it doesn't happen, then you know they don't have to. So I'll be sticking them and making a little picture with my little bits. Thank you. I just believe in that. I believe these days people go, oh, have you got a degree? Are you qualified? You have to be. If someone likes your work, give them a chance. If they can do the job, they can do it. You know, you give them a bit of time to prove themselves. If they can't, then you just have to say, you know, you've got so many weeks, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If it doesn't take off, it doesn't take off. But giving someone a chance, it's good because you just never know with people, you know. There's people out there who are so creative, but they think because they're not qualified, maybe they started later on in life, like me, didn't actually go and do art and stuff like that, and then you change your mind. Giving people a chance, that's what it's all about. I'll try and get all my things out of my head. Yeah, she would, because remember, she's Dolly Daydream. Anything could happen. You know what I mean? But maybe I'll show you, because I was thinking about it, and it's been written down somewhere, because look what's on the back. I know it's backwards. Keep dreaming, keep believing. Self-taught and proud of it. Exactly. And a lot of people, you can self-teach yourself. This is what I'm saying. People think, oh, you have to do this. The only why they say you have to do this and you have to have a certificate in this is for when you go for a job, because they want to see that you prove yourself. But to me, if you've gone somewhere and you can do it, it's just because they want us in the institutions and stuff, don't they? And they want us paying for this, that and the other. But I believe I'm not putting people down who've done all that, but I believe a lot more creative people are the ones that are not qualified, and then they believe that they can't but sometimes people get a break, and that's one of the magicalest things I ever see, when someone says, I used to do this job and then I just did this, and then this is how the universe works. You're putting it out there, and all of a sudden, like someone could see me on here and go, do you know what? I don't know who's watching me. There could be a publisher, there could be someone bringing out a new magazine, they've got that idea, and they're, do you know what? I actually like her artwork. Let's get her in to do little bits of artwork in our magazine. Or she's got a good idea with this. Oh, I'm a publisher. I want her to draw some books for illustrations for the front of books and stuff like that. So it's a bit like, who knows? What is KPD? What is KPD? Have I missed something? Or have I just said something and not realised? But yeah, there's just an infinite possibilities, which was what we said on Hercules this morning that I was watching, because I was just like, what's he saying? Hi. So who knows? But yeah, but like I said, if anyone's got any good ideas or any good web pages with the amount of money this, that, and the other, stick them in the comments after, because I'll forget on this live stream thing. Alabama here. Hello, Alabama. We love America. Make America great again. Make England great again. Make everywhere great again. Make the world great again. Freedom for humanity. Whoop whoop. I'm in one of them good moods. Well, I'm normally in a good mood, but this morning, I'm always singing in the morning. I don't even listen to music, but that song came over me like, what's that song? It was I felt like coming on and saying to you, like, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't even know the song, or what was the other song I had in my head? I know. That's the thing, because as you get older, you put off with the ways we're controlled about, oh, you can't do that now. And I'm like, I can, and I will. It might take me a bit of time, but I can and I will. I know. Yeah, and Sandy, you shouldn't say that either. You're not too old to do anything. I've seen people, inspiring people that started exercising at the age of a really older age, and you should see them now. They started painting in their 80s, or they started doing this. So never say never, because no, you're not. Do it. It doesn't matter. You just never know. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen. You hear them stories where they put them in magazines and people are like, oh, I started this then, and don't look at it like you're too old and you haven't got time left. You are. You're here. You've got to do it in the now. I'm doing stuff, but I panic. Don't panic. It's fear. Don't panic. Just do what you love, and everything will come. Yes, well, I've got kettlebells, and I really love my kettlebells, but I have hurt myself with them before. But I definitely need to cut down on what I'm eating, or some of the stuff that I'm eating. And I know I definitely need to do some yoga, because when I've done it before, mindfully and body-wise, spirit, mind and body, it's made me feel better, and it's pulled all my, knots out and stuff like that. So I know, and it's relaxing. It's not like, sometimes people exercise or they go to the gym and they actually don't enjoy running on the treadmill, or they actually don't enjoy it. I think, why are you doing it if you don't enjoy it? You need to find something that you like. Even if it's walking. Walking's one of the best things you can do. I was going to ask my friend if she wanted to go walking a couple of times a week. So there's two of us, safety reasons, in the evening. Because walking and getting outside in nature is brilliant. My dad goes for a walk every morning with the dog. Oh yes, I don't mean you, but some people go, they go, but they hate it. And you have to get yourself in that routine, because if you give up in a few weeks, you've really got to get getting in that routine of things. That's why I've got to get in the routine of this. I'm like, do we do it in the morning? Or do we do it in the evening? And like, is it best to get it out of the way in the morning, because then it's done? You're not thinking, oh God, and if something comes up, you can't do it in the afternoon, in the evening. You're thinking, oh, I wish I'd have done it. But then again, you shouldn't put pressure on yourself. So I'm thinking, I've still got time when little one goes to school, because I can get up earlier. I could do this in the morning while he's watching telly. I can have a bit of a mindful thing going on while I'm doing my yoga, and sort of get it out of the way in the morning. I'm wondering if President Trump's uncle personally knew about Nikola. I believe Nikola Tesla, Trump's uncle, knows about Nikola Tesla, because the FBI raided his apartment house, wherever he lived, when he died, supposedly died. Or was he bunked off? I don't know. I would not be surprised. When he died, Donald Trump's uncle had the notes, because they're given to him because of who Donald Trump's uncle worked for. So look at the notes to see if there was anything there they could use. And he said, no, not really, and give them back. So they would have used stuff out of that, but I do believe some of the notes went missing. So we've always said that, and they were all like, really? It's not a coincidence, that, is it? I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's... I actually do believe, but this is just me thinking this, I actually do believe that things are written in the stars, and I actually do believe that when JFK died, he was meant to die at that time. Even though it was horrible, I think things are meant to happen at a time, because I think there is meant to be suffering, even though we all know it's awful. There's meant to be suffering in the world, because it's a thing that shifts us. And like I said yesterday, it's a thing that shifts us and wakes us up to what we really want. And if we hadn't have woken up by certain things like 9/11, JFK, these horrible things, certain things that have gone on around the world, and this, that and the other, we would just keep sleeping, and it'd get worse and worse and worse. But then Trump came along, and I believe maybe he was written in the stars, maybe he is in the prophecy, maybe this is what happens, but it's being rewritten. That's why people keep saying, oh, Trump's just one of the side of the same coin, because that's what's always gone on. Not now. Somebody's come along with a plan. That's what I believe. Like I said, we'll all find out what's true in there, but that's what I believe. The stars can be rewritten. Let's rewrite the stars. We're rewriting history, so therefore we're rewriting the stars. Like Obama's second term woke most people up. Yeah. Big ones, but bug ones. Do you know what I mean? So I believe, someone actually said that about JFK. I believe things are meant to happen. I believe we have a chart, you know, your star chart, your birth sign, and it has certain things in there, and certain things are going to happen in your life. When you die, whatever, because it makes a change. It's that cause and effect thing. JFK's death caused an effect for people to wake up. Cause and effect. If anyone gets what I'm sort of saying, I don't think I can explain myself properly, but this is what I mean about I can't always get everything out what I know I mean, what I'm trying to put across, but I know what I mean. I know what I mean. Tesla reckons he was from Venus. I've seen loads of things. Oh, and by the way, the other news thing, you know the guy, I can't remember his name, sorry, who was meant to be the Trump supporter with the van, with the suspicious packages, which we all know was a Democrat. I didn't know they lightened his face up on the pictures, didn't they? Tried to make him whiter, because he's not. Tried to lighten his skin right up. I just saw that today as well, and I thought, the things these people go to. You know? The things these people go to. But like I said, if things didn't happen, even though horrid stuff has happened, it wouldn't wake people up. And so I saw someone say yesterday on a comment, might have been Space Shot 76. Oh, we didn't need Q. I said yes, we did, because it needed to wake more people up, and he needed to help us. Because he went, the people that we've got elected need to do the job. I thought, no, hang on a minute. Some of them weren't elected; they were selected. Let's get it right. Selected, not elected. And those people aren't doing the job that got elected before Trump. Do you know what I mean? So yes, we did. Yes, we did. And when I say sheeple, I was thinking today, it should be really sleeple. Sleeple. Bit of sleep, sheeple, sleeple. I think that's what I was thinking. But yeah, so, oh yeah, they will go to every day. Of course they will. Check in the book. Yep. Yep. But they're only running around. See, that thing that they've done, they've not got much to play with now, have they? Because they know. And did Trump tweet something about this week, saying something about the caravan, you know, the invasion? Oh, blah 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 blah. Wait to see what happens next week. This week. I wonder what that is. Yeah. Yep. Did anyone see that? Wait to see what happens this week. Well, we know Merkel's going, but I wonder what that could be. Yes, he did. Donald's uncle was a scientist, yet. He examined Tesla's paper after Tesla's death, and when his uncle John died, President Trump inherited Tesla's papers, yes, in the mid-80s. They are old. Vid's uncle discussing this. Exactly. Now they're going about time travelling, time machines, free energy, this, that, and the other. Trump's always shouting free energy out because he did have Tesla's papers. All connects, people. Yes, that's the longest unemployment line in history. I wonder if something will happen on the... Oh, I think something will happen on the 11th, definitely. 11/11. Great Awakening number 11/11. Said it in the Illinois... I can never say that. Is it Illinois rally? Yeah, he did say it, didn't he? So, Yep, 11/11, the Great Awakening number. 11/11. Do you know what? Guess what number I keep seeing everywhere? If I've got messages, it'll say, you've got so many messages. When I first come on here, it'll say that number. And then someone will commented on, and I've took a screenshot because I've gone, oh, look at this comment to my dad or something. It'll have so many that number on it. And I said to my dad, I went, I can't stop seeing this number. Number 17. I'm like, It's everywhere. It's always on my messages. It's always on. You know, if I look at something like, obviously it'll go up, like the numbers have gone up now. If someone comments and I read the comment right then and there, it'll say 17 minutes. And then I'm like, and obviously it'll change after. When I first look at it, 17 minutes, and I'm like, what? So it just makes me laugh. You keep seeing 1111. Yeah, the Great Awakening number 1111 is. Oh, do you know what else I was thinking? My bags. I want to do some, you know, the spiritually facey sort of artwork, but I thought, ooh, maybe I could do like a cube, but with nice things on it, you know, like a my sort of style with cues on it, cube bags, or the number 17, or I don't know. I could put it in the drawing, couldn't I? I'm also seeing 11s. Yeah, so they say 1111. Oh, you got that, what they call it, synchronicity number as well, is an awakening number. So, you know, it's quite good. I don't know if anyone's heard that, but yeah. Oh, what's going on? So, it's all good. Did I miss much? I don't know. I was just having a bit of a ramble about what I got this morning, and then the postman came. So I've got some of my bits to start, some of my creative stuff, because I've been waiting for a while. So that's good, and it all came at the same time, which is brilliant, because normally it doesn't. So I've got to go now. I've got to go and get warm, because it is cooler here today. But skies are beautiful. No chemtrails. Lovely fluffy clouds. Been like that for a while now. Clear skies. Could see the stars again last night. I was watching again. Moon was out this morning. Moon seems to be near enough full every piggy night at the minute. Very good for you. But yeah, I've got to go and start to finish the 2 books off that I'm already doing, and then I sort of finish that, and then I'll start the bags, and then I'll sort of do a little bit at different times, so that hopefully they'll all come out at the same time. So yeah, if you don't know about why wouldn't we be talking about Trump? Where are you from? Nicole, why wouldn't we be talking about Trump? Where are you from? The British aren't talking about Trump. The whole world's talking about Trump, if you've not looked around. We'll just wait on Nicole there to come back with why she's asking why the British are talking about. They're not all British on here in live chat, by the way. I know it's a bridge dweller alert. Just thought I'd ask them. No, I can't guess. Trolling as usual. Bothered. I'm just a kid. Are you a kid? Where are you from, though? We're talking about Trump because Trump's the greatest president ever, worldwide, helping to save what's going on. I'm not judging, I'm just asking. I get a lot of trolls on here. If you're a child, we're talking about Trump because Trump is uniting the world, even though it doesn't look like it on the news, because, sorry to say, but a lot of stuff people watch on TV, because I don't watch it, and on the news, they tell lies. So everywhere around the world, they tell lies about Trump because he's not one of the cabal. But you might know, if you're a child, you might not know all about that. But we're talking about Trump because he's a good man. Are you from Australia? You might have heard about Tommy Robinson. Brilliant. Tommy Robinson's going to Australia. Hello, Nicole. I didn't mean to say that if you are a child, but we're talking about Trump because he's a good man, and they try and make out that he's not every single channel. I advise you, if you're a child, to not watch the news. Do stuff you enjoy. And big up in positivity. Well, you can hate Trump, that's all right. You've obviously been watching mainstream media that lie about Trump, you know, saying he's a bad man because he separates kids from the mothers. No, he doesn't. He's a racist, really. Right, okay then. You know, he's bringing jobs back to blacks, Hispanics and everything. He looks so badass. He is badass. People don't like him because they get offended by what he says. You go and watch the Trump rally, he's absolutely hilarious. He's a strong man, he says it as it is, and everyone gets offended because that's all that happens these days. Everyone gets offended by everyone and calls it hate speech. Hate speech is free speech. So Yeah, but you know, if you hate Trump, that's up to you. We all love him on here. So that's up to you. The world will be seeing soon what's been going on. So very good for you. Don't actually think you're a child. I think you're a troll. Oh, dear me. Great Awakening, Dolly Daydream, and more Patriots. Where we go, on we go all. Yeehaw, exactly. Oh, dearie me. I can't wait for when the world does wake up to this, the rest of them. It's going to be like, yeah, stick to Peppa Pig. If you are a child, stick to Peppa Pig. You know, can't really say I'm sure about that one, but, you know, exactly, go back under the bridge. That's what I mean. It's so hard when people, you know, watching Trump on telly what the news say. God, you just need to go and watch a rally and you can see what a good guy he is and how hilarious he is and how he's doing things for the people. Oh yeah, you always get a bit of drama. We are Tommy, we are Trump, we are Q, we are JFK Jr., we are the Anons. But I don't know. Burnt your chicken KFs. I always do that. Mainly burnt pizzas. That's what I burn. Yeah. Well, it's really. I shouldn't say it's funny, but it's really weird because when these sleeple wake up, which I shouldn't really say that because it's not nice. They just don't know. But when they do, the ones that they were coming on chats and you know friends and that they thought were nutcases and were you know going on at them, they're going to have to turn to us to help them to figure out what was going on, if you know what I mean. We're going to be like, and it's not going to be one of them, you know, I told you so. It's just like, look, we'll tell you. It's what we were trying to tell you. You know, we were trying to, you know, show the light on everything. It is hard to wake your normie friends up. I've got one that's nearly awake, one that is awake, and one that and my sister's awake, my dad's awake, my mum's coming round a little bit now. But it is hard. I burnt a chili con carne, but I'm gonna go because I've been sat here, and I really should be going finishing the rest of my books and getting my other ideas into plan. And I'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's just how my brain works. Oh, I'm glad she's awake. If you've got kids that are awake, that's brilliant. My eldest upstairs, he's a bit awake to it. He's a bit awake to it. So I may see you tonight. I might not because I need to get some stuff done unless I see something. But that song, "Rewrite the Stars" by what's that film called? I really need to see it. The Greatest Showman on Earth. It just touches me, and I think, yeah, Trump is the greatest showman on earth. It's going through me now. Can we rewrite the stars? Of course we can. That's why I say to people when I see things, someone says I make my own mind up when I see this, and even about Q that. Yeah, I do, and that's why when I watch certain things, like if you've seen Q the Plan to Save the World, stuff like that, it's not just because I think, oh yeah, that's really good. I get shivers and I think, oh my god, like my hair stand up on end. I think something in that, you know, proper speaking. I know it's true. I know it's a good thing, so because I feel it. And just like Joan Collins said, big announcement this week, yeah. Just like Joan Collins said in Star Trek, the old version, ages ago, and I saw it this morning. What did I say she said? She said the exact words of, I feel it, I know it, I feel it. They will take all the money they use as war and death, and in the end, they'll use it for life. Oh, well, yeah, because I think that's the change that's coming for life, for humanity. So, you know, sorry, I just get really compassionate when I feel something. So, I may see you tonight, but I probably won't. So, maybe, maybe not. If I'm not, I'll see you tomorrow. So, there are so many truths in Star Trek, and I used to watch it as a kid, and I've not watched, especially the old ones. So, apparently, it's on tonight on this horror channel. So, I probably won't be on tonight because I'm going to be sitting there and I'll be like this. I'll be sketching away, and then I'll be like, something will come on and I'll go, that's why I ruin half of my sketchbooks. Then I'll be writing stuff down going, oh, they said this and I saw this in the background and little symbols and this, that, and the other. They've been trying to tell us. That's the way they try and tell us in truth in films. yeah, so, and I also think this could just be me. You know the Star Trek's Next Generations and all that. You know what they call the Klingons? Klingons? The the ones with the. I think one works for them and he was all right, but the other ones who talked in all that I don't even know what it was. If anyone knows the name, they remind me of a certain culture. Klingons, yeah, certain baddies, as if you like to say, that have been trying to, interfere with certain things. I thought, were they trying to predict something there? A bit like Lord of the Rings, when they had certain races on the bad side. That looked a bit, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying, don't you? Is that just me? I was like, they look a bit, yeah. Is that because it's cycle and we see it and they're trying to show us? But, is that just me? Exactly, Helen. I'm like, it's not a coincidence, is it? These cycles that keep going round. So, I don't know. What will... Yeah. Yeah. So... so I'm going to be watching that tonight and we'll just see what pops up, because when you think something and then you see it, and I'll be like, never guess what I saw yesterday on Star Trek. So so yeah, I don't know, I just found it hilarious this morning. I thought I'll switch the telly on because I don't watch it, and I'll go through to this channel, Star Trek's on and Hercules, and I put that on and I was like, what are they saying? So yeah, so right, I'm making excuses up now. So I shall see you soon. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever. Have a good day. It's very sunny here today. It's cold, but it's sunny. So, big announcement this week. Don't know what it's going to be. What's it going to be? Yeah, excited. There's lots of things going on when you look behind that curtain. It's very exciting. And I shall see you soon. Bye.